When you're pushed away but never forgotten, God still draws near. Few things hurt more than being pushed away by the people closest to us. Maybe it's family. Maybe it's friends. Maybe it's someone you trusted with your whole heart. Rejection cuts deep. It makes you feel unseen, unworthy, forgotten. But in Genesis 21, there's a story of a woman and her son who were cast out, rejected, left to die, and yet they discovered this truth. Even when people push us away, God still draws near. Her name was Hagar. Once a servant in Abraham's household, she was the mother of Ishmael, Abraham's firstborn son. But everything changed the day Sarah, Abraham's wife, gave birth to Isaac, the child God had promised. At Isaac's celebration, Sarah saw Ishmael mocking. Her anger boiled over. In jealousy and fear for her son's inheritance, she demanded, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son." Abraham's heart ached. Ishmael was still his boy. But God reminded Abraham of his promise. Isaac would be the child of covenant, but Ishmael would not be forgotten. God said, "I will make him into a nation also, because he is your offspring." So with a heavy heart, Abraham gave Hagar bread and water and sent her and Ishmael into the wilderness. Can you imagine the pain? To be cast out of the only home you've ever known. To walk into the desert with a child, carrying nothing but scraps of food and a skin of water. The desert sun was merciless. Soon the water was gone. Ishmael grew weak. Hagar could not bear the thought of watching her son die. So she placed him under a bush, stepped away, and sobbed. I cannot watch the boy die. This was her breaking point. Rejected by people, empty-handed, hopeless, alone. But then heaven listened. The Bible says, God heard the boy crying, not the powerful prayers of a prophet, not the voices of the mighty, just the weak, desperate cry of a dying child. And an angel of God called from heaven, Hagar, do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying. Lift him up. Take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Then God opened Hagar's eyes, and she saw a well of water. She rushed to it, filled the skin, and gave Ishmael a drink. Hope returned. Life returned. The God who sees had seen them again. This story is raw. It's emotional. It's real. And it's for us. Because maybe you know what it feels like to be in Hagar's shoes. To be betrayed, rejected, pushed aside. Maybe it's by family who never valued you. Friends who abandoned you. A spouse who walked away. A workplace that overlooked you. And maybe, like Hagar, you've reached your breaking point sitting under the weight of despair, whispering, I can't do this anymore. Here's the hope. God hears. God sees. God draws near. When others push you out, God pulls you in. When people forget your name, God still calls you his child. When you feel unseen, he whispers, I see you. Notice Hagar didn't find the well until God opened her eyes. Sometimes, in the middle of our tears, provision is already there. We just need God to lift our heads so we can see it. The desert didn't destroy Hagar and Ishmael. It became the place where they encountered the God who never abandons. And your desert, as painful as it feels, can become the same. So when rejection breaks your heart, remember, people's rejection can't cancel God's promise. When the world says, you're not wanted, heaven says, you're never forgotten. Lift your head. Wipe your tears. Your well of hope is closer than you think. This is SteadFast, where timeless stories of faith meet the struggles we face today. Remember this, even when people walk away, God stays. Stay strong, stay faithful, stay steadfast.